Hello, everyone. I already did a recording for this, but I have to redo the recording because it didn't record the tier list. It recorded my audio, but no video. So we're getting a rerun of this, which is just fabulous for you guys. But at least now we get music, because I decided to add music to it. But yeah, this is just a tier list of all the beta weapons for Black Ops 6. And the original tier list has a Black Ops 3 at first by accident, and I caught myself. But yeah, we're going to be going. As you can see, we have S, A, B, C, D, and F tier. Pretty standard tier list. S is for best of the best, A is for great but not the best, B is for good, C is for D is for bad, and F is for a very special gun. Um, Now then, we're going to be starting off with the XM4. This is not the XM4 from Cold War, which was basically no recoil and would just laser people from across the map. This thing does have a decent amount of recoil. Now, if you get the recoil reducing attachments, it's still pretty good. But I have to put it in A tier because it's just not the best they are. It's good, but it's not the best, you know? But alright, next up is the AK-74, which everybody and their mother says that this is the best gun, or the best they are. It's just not, in my opinion. I have it to like level 12, 13. No, I think I have it to 15 now. And it just doesn't hit right. It has way too much recoil. It doesn't do enough damage. The C9, this SMG, does more damage than the AK. And it's just better in almost every situation. So this is going firmly in B tier because I just don't think it's the best gun. I don't think it's the best AR. In my opinion, the best AR is the AMES, whatever you'd like to call it, 85. This thing, once you get even a couple attachments to reduce its recoil, is so smooth. It lasers from across the map. If you get the Hollow Scout and recoil reduction on it, perfect AR. It lasers from across the map. It's good at close range. It does solid damage. It has, I think, a 45 round clip with extended mag, which is really good. And it reloads pretty fast too. So all around, in my opinion, best AR in the game over these two. Next up is the C9. Now, every SMG is pretty good, but this one is the worst of the two. It's still really good, but I'm going to put it in A tier. In front of the XM4, definitely, because it lasers across the map. It isn't even fair. It reloads fast, you move fast, low recoil. It just doesn't. It has a bit more recoil and a little less range, in my opinion, over the Jackal. And that segues perfectly into the Jackal PDW. This is the best gun. Everybody says it, I agree. This is my highest level gun. It shreds at close range, long range, medium range. It's just the best gun in the game, and I couldn't tell you why. It just is. I don't know why they did this. It's going to get a nerf for all of you people who didn't get to play the pre-release beta. This is the gun that you want to get. When you play the open beta, use this gun, you will not be disappointed. Next up is the shotgun. This is like a Hauer from Cold War, but slightly worse. So it's going right into A tier. It's really good, it just doesn't kill at that slightly longer range, kind of like the Hauer did, which I think balances it a bit more. I think the Hauer was a bit too broken. It could kill pretty far away. But I would play it like a Hauer that's slightly closer range, and you will have tons of fun with it. I have it to like level 16 or something. Never had any issues with it. I only had one issue with it. It's because I hit a point blank hit marker, but that's fine. It is what it is. Game's a game. Next up is the SWAT. I have beef with the SWAT. I have this thing to level 10, like most weapons, and it is garbage. Whether you're using it as semi-auto or burst, it isn't good. It doesn't one burst. I had once where I put 9 bullets into someone's chest at like AR range and it didn't kill, and that's just not acceptable in my brain. This is going into D tier because what are you doing if you're using this? Yes, it's the only TAC AR, but it's not even worth using. And I'm not joking about that. Next up is the XMG. This is the most middle of the road basic LMG ever. Low damage, high fire rate, big magazine, like okay recoil. Once you get some attachments on it, it's okay, but it's just so boring as a weapon that I have to put it in B tier. It's okay, it's nothing special. I got it to like level 11 or 12, and it's just eh. Now, next up is the GS45. There is 2 pistols, and this is definitely the worst out of the 2 in my opinion. It's probably the better pistol, but I think that the fire rate on it is what lets it down. It does more damage per bullet, but it just doesn't shoot very fast. If you go to my pistol only video, which there will be an iCard right about now, I used this for my first few kills, and then I switched to the 9mm PM, the 9mm PM, and it's just way better in my opinion. It's more like a 911. This is like a high damage semi-auto pistol. This is your lower damaged M1911 style. It's really good. It does a lot. This does more damage than this, but it's fast firing, high damage. This is a consistent 2 to 3 shot. This is a 3 to 4 shot. So you get what you get. I'm putting this at the bottom of A tier because I think it is really good. Probably only me that thinks it's better, but I put it in A tier because it was a really fun weapon to use. When I did my pistol only video, after like the 3 kills I got with the GS, in the end I ended up going like 27 and 11 or something like that with this. So it was 24 and like 10 or something like that, which is really good for pistol only. But yeah, we're going to be moving on to the snipers next, and we have the LR 7.62, and this thing's fine. I'm putting it in the top of B tier. It's just not special as a sniper. It's high damage, kills upper body and from the upper body and head. Like I don't really need to say the head, but upper body to your head kills. It's all right. Scope and speed isn't the best. It's definitely better than a lot of other snipers, but it isn't the best. I don't really like it, but I can see a ton of people liking it. I'm just not a huge fan of snipers. Now this thing, the SVD, garbage, D tier. It's meant to be like the SVG or whatever it was called from Black Ops 2. That semi-auto fast-firing sniper that everybody loved. No. It's slower fire rate, feels like lower damage, lower accuracy, more recoil. It's just not it. It doesn't hit right. It doesn't feel right using it. It's just eh. But yeah, it's alright. It's nothing special, honestly. And then last up is the Sigma. Thing's garbage. It doesn't do its only job well, which is destroying score streaks. It shoots too slow, the rockets travel too slow, reloads too slow, it aims in too slow. Everything about it is just too slow. It just doesn't hit. It's just not it. Now, this is my tier list. This is what I think the best guns are. Everybody may have a differing opinion. That's fair. That's fine. I think anything here can move up or down a place. Like the C9 could be considered S tier. Or the AMS could be A tier and the XM could be S tier, you know? Or this is my tier list. I think the only things that I might move down is the XMG and the GS to C tier. That would be the only change I would make. But honestly, I like this tier list the way it is. We don't really have any guns that are in that kind of okay, not good, not bad kind of thing. We definitely have some bad guns, and we definitely have a trash gun. But I'd say the majority of the guns in this are pretty good, which is a good sign. The only weapon that needs a nerf is the Jackal, and I think the only weapon that needs a buff is the AK. It's supposed to be the best gun, and it just isn't. I think if it got slightly better recoil, it could easily be one of the better guns in the game. But right now, as it stands, in my opinion, it can't be the best gun. It can't be the best AR, because it just doesn't hit. Like, I had two people, like, I had one of my friends watching me while I was playing earlier, and he is a Call of Duty fanatic, and he said that the recoil on it is nothing that he's seen before, which is, in my opinion, not a good sign. But that's it, and I'll see you guys later.